Welcome back to channel Anderzen, guys. My name is Brooks, and this is my Race IQ tuned ML63 AMG. Oh, and it is a lot of fun. Let's get into the video. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to channel Anderzen. Before we jump into the video, I did want to show you guys something special that we have going on that you may have been catching in the last few videos. So as you guys can see, I have my ANDERZÉN hoodie on right now. Everything is released out now on the anderzen.co store. It's been something that I've been working on for quite a while and finally released it a few weeks ago. It's been doing really well. I thank you guys so much for the support. Can't thank you enough, honestly. It's been awesome to just like be able to put the work in design wise and making sure everything is up to par with like my pickiness of comfort and durability in the clothing, and all of it coming to fruition. Thank you guys for supporting and, you know, basically investing into the channel. This is just a small medium that I feel like could be a good outlet for you guys to be able to support, get something back, and allow me to kind of further invest into the channel. It's not like I'm making a ton of profit off all the clothing, but what I do make, it's all going back into the channel and making videos for you guys and doing fun upgrades on the cars to show you guys. So a couple things I want to show you. Obviously we got the hoodie. I'm wearing my M119 manual swap shirt underneath right now, but I'll pop it up on screen. This one I got in hand though is Save the Manuals. This is a W124 version. It's got the chassis code, engine code, and then the manual transmission code. So it's got that on the back, and then the Mercedes specific H pattern and Save the Manuals. On the front pocket, it's got Save the Manuals, the H pattern, and then ANDERZÉN established 2019. Crazy, it's only been since 2019 we started the whole channel. And then here's the one for the W203. These all come in different colors as well, by the way. Most of them are either gray, black, navy blue, or this nice coral color. This one's for the W203, like I said. It's got W203 chassis code, M113, 716.667 manual transmission, and then front pocket, same thing. Save the Manuals, the H pattern, ANDERZÉN established 2019. I've made a bunch of different versions of those. There's W210, W208, W209, W202, and I'll be making more eventually soon too. And they're all a little bit different color schemes, so make it unique for everyone out there that's got a manual swap M113. I know there's a lot of people actually nowadays, so definitely go pick one up, represent your build, and support the culture for all of that in general. So I'll pop up a bunch of other designs on screen right now. I've been really busy. I try to get like one design done per night. Some of them take me 2-3 hours at a time, especially the graphics ones, but it's worth it, and I want to give you guys the best quality I can. So I'm really trying to pour my heart into it and deliver you guys little by little, slowly. So check them out. If you guys haven't already, definitely go stop by anderzen.co. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the rest of the video. Give you guys another pull from second at about 30. Ooh. This thing is so fast for how big it is. It's really, really, really amazing and just surprising how crazy this thing goes. So before we get too far into the video, let's go ahead and jump into the past when I was first tuning the vehicle so I can show you guys a bit of that process. Well guys, ECU on the ML63 is officially Race IQ tuned. Let me show you exactly what I had going on. I'll fill you guys in on what you need to do after the fact, but basically anytime you're tuning, you always want to have your battery hooked up to an external battery. I had this one laying around that I know is good, so I just hooked it up to the car to protect it, and then we started the writing process, which I will explain now. All right, so this is the My Genius controller. I'm gonna explain everything in a second, but first we need to give this car the stamp of approval. All right, we got a Race IQ sticker. Time to throw this thing on here. All right, she is official. We can continue on with the video. All right, first start with the tune, and it's cold. See how it is. Healthy. All right guys, so let me explain what you have to do for the tuning process. All right, so right here is a My Genius handheld tuner. what you'll basically do is, this has an OBD2 port, and it also has a USB to a kind of printer connection that you connect to your laptop. The first thing you're gonna have to do when you get this is you're gonna have to download your stock ECU file from your vehicle. So you plug this into the OBD2 port, you run through, they have work, setup, reset, and info, I believe, is the 4 main options. You go into work and you basically run through a list of steps. You can find all of these things on RaceIQ's website. The PDF is super simple to go through, and it just makes things a lot clearer. Even compared to me, if I try to show you on video, it's gonna be clear just to read through the PDF. Once you go through that, you basically go through a couple different steps, download your file onto the MyGenius unit, then take that file, upload it onto your laptop by connecting it with this cable to whatever computer you're using, send that off to the tuner, in this case, the Legend Tony, and they will send you back your tune file. In this case, we did a stage 1 tune, kind of plus. The plus additional is I asked Tony if he could basically give it 1-to-1 throttle response. So 1-to-1 input from my foot to pedal is moving the throttle body plate basically in real time with the same movement of my foot. Hopefully that can get rid of the delay from the factory Mercedes automatic transmission and the pedal feel that comes with. It has a lot of dead space at the beginning, and I just don't like it. I like a very touchy throttle, so hopefully with the tune that he wrote up, that'll take care of that problem. So after you get your mod file, you then, like you saw me, plug in your battery, do everything you need to do just to protect the ECU as it's writing. Plug this in, go through the same station, work and writing, and then you find your ECU file that you loaded onto here from your laptop, which I can show you guys that stuff on the laptop, what it looks like, the interface for the MyGenius. But yeah, basically just plug it in, let it do its thing. It takes about 5-6 minutes, and then after that, you're good. It's pretty simple, to be honest. I wasn't that excited about the MyGenius at first, but I actually kind of like it. It's somewhat simpler than having to use a laptop, and all of that gets a little intricate sometimes, especially for people that don't have, you know, technical background or equipment with laptops or something like that. So this is a little more straightforward, and you can actually order these with the tune already installed on the MyGenius, I believe, in some cases. So otherwise, if not, even with just the MyGenius, it's really easy. Take your file, send it off, get a file back, re-upload it onto the car. So I'm on my drive to work right now. I'm just gonna drive it normal pretty much the whole way there, but if I notice anything different, I'll let you guys know. When I get off work today is when we can kind of test it out and feel what it seems like from the tune. All right, guys, just got to work. Nothing crazy noticeable so far, except for I do feel like the torque curve is definitely down lower. I can feel a little bit, and I was just kind of putting to work. I wasn't doing anything crazy. It's good to let the ECU adapt for a little while. Take it for, you know, a normal 15-minute drive, and then when I leave work today, we can get on it and see how it does. But yeah, it feels good so far, nice and smooth, no errors, nothing. So we'll check back in a bit. So the clips that you guys just saw were actually from about almost 4 months ago when I had initially tuned the car. And I planned on, like I said at the end of those clips, planned on making some videos following up my day at work, but I think it started like pouring rain, and then I just made the decision, like, I'm gonna let this thing marinate for a good chunk of time and let the tune really adapt and get situated with the car. And I'm glad I did so to update you guys in the video. It was great at the beginning, but I feel like it's just gotten better and better as time has gone on, and I've put more miles on the tune. The car is very happy. It's a lot peppier than it was when I first got it, just throttle response wise especially. And you can definitely feel the torque curve has changed a little bit, and overall power band, it just feels more responsive and more power is there. It's a stage 1 tune from Tony at RaceIQ. You guys definitely go check them out. They're a sponsor of the channel, and Tony is just a legend in that world. I tell you guys every time I get a chance to. He's an OG, like OG of OGs in that world. He's been around from the beginning of lots of this Mercedes tuning business, and he knows his stuff, definitely. So if you need help with your car, you need tuning, definitely go check him out. You'll be glad you did so. For the ML63, this is my first time with M156 experience at all, so getting to tune it and getting all that stuff, it was all new to me. So I wanted to share as much of it with you guys as I could. document the process. Now that it's all done, let's go ahead and check out how the car rips. You guys saw at the beginning clip, obviously. It gets down, it does very well, so let's go have some more fun. All right, let's go ahead and do another pull for you guys. And we'll do a couple more, maybe from a different view. Let's see how this does. All right, brake boosting it. Here we go. Not bad. I think the first launch was a little better, but still fun regardless. All right, brake boosting. I think ESP got in the way that time. Oh my goodness, man. All right, let's try this again. No ESP this time. Let's see what we got. I'm just gonna punch it. I'm not gonna brake boost it this time. Ready, set, go. Who is that? Oh, I was making sure that was not a cop. Woo! So, as you guys can see, this car boogies quite well. It's just like, I mean, it's a faster version of the ML55. They feel a lot different, but I'm just saying, like, for how heavy both of them are, for them to feel as fast as they do, that's the fun factor, I guess, in these cars. Is like, they're very heavy vehicles, machines, but they don't feel like it once you put your foot to the pedal. Now that we've seen what it can do, let's go ahead and take a walk around outside, and I'll update you guys on just how it's been and what kind of shape it's in. All right, so here she sits. Again, for those that might not know, this is a 2008 ML63 AMG. I am the second or third owner, I believe. I picked it up a few months ago with knowing it needed a little bit of work just for my comfortability, most of all. So the first video and the only video on this car that you guys have seen on the channel, or you can go back and check if you haven't seen it, is us taking care of the head bolts, cam adjusters, and the cam buckets or lifters. So once we got all that taken care of, it's pretty much just been our daily rig for my wife and son and I. And I gotta say, it's been an amazing vehicle. It's probably the overall nicest vehicle I've ever had. And just combining that with the power that it has, it is an immaculate daily driver, just overall family vehicle, errand run car, fun car. It's a great combination car to have, and still satisfy the needs of a growing family. So overall, the car is in really good shape, exterior wise. It has a few little flaws that I'll point out to you guys that I've noticed since I've picked it up, but nothing too crazy, and it's all stuff that I plan on having fixed or swapping out parts to, you know, fix those things that are going on. So I guess the worst thing that I found exterior wise, after I gave it a good wash, and these are dirty again, but I found out the wheels have more corrosion or more pitting than I initially thought. It might be a little hard to see on camera, but this area over here, it's not just dirty. I'm pretty sure a lot of this is kind of corroded. I haven't spent a ton of time on these, so in all honesty, I could probably shine them up pretty good. I mean, passable, but like you can see the interior here, it's got some kind of weird surface corrosion going on the coating or the metal. And that's true for both the front wheels. The rears are in a lot better shape, but they're still not perfect. They have the same kind of thing starting interior wise. So my plan is either to have all of them refinished, because I actually do really like these wheels, and all AMG wheels are forged, so they're pretty strong and they're perfect match with the car. So I almost bought a set of wheels actually yesterday. There's still a chance I might make a deal with the guy, but I just couldn't push myself over the edge because, you know, if I'm picking up a set of aftermarket wheels for $400 to $500 or, you know, $600, that's how much it would be to refinish these. So it's kind of like, you know, is it worth it? I already have the perfect setup. I got the Motorsport Hardware stud kit and lug nuts. So is it really worth it to change wheels? Not sure yet, but yeah, it's one flaw that I noticed. Other thing that I already knew was there, this side skirt is dented in a little bit. So it's not a high priority list thing, but it's something that I'll take care of eventually, I'm sure. I thought about deleting the side skirts, or I mean side steps anyways, and putting them to the sport side skirts. I just felt like it'd be a cool different look on an ML63. It's probably never been done, so I felt like it might change the look a little bit. It's, I don't know, they fit, they work with the car, but the ML55 doesn't have them, and I feel like it looks a little bit more aggressive. So just imagining what that style would look like on here, felt like it would look really good. Other exterior flaws, like pointed out before, this aluminum trim piece on the front bumper, I don't know what happened to that thing, but it's a little bit wonky. So I have no idea where to find these individually. You can't buy them individually. I've found the part number, but you just can't find them individually. So I either got to find a junkyard car or try to fix that one somehow, or make my own aluminum piece. Other things, the window trim is notorious on these for kind of flaking apart. This one is just starting to, which I kind of want it to, because if you see on the other side, it is actually fully flaked off. I actually peeled it off, except for a few little spots over here. Yeah, this spot still needs to come off, but it actually looks better in my opinion once it comes off. It's a matte rubber finish, so in all honesty, I don't know why they coated them the way they did anyways, because this looks better, and if they were gonna coat something, they might as well put a painted metal trim there. But this is literally like a soft kind of this is literally like a soft rubber material, so it's just kind of weird that they put a clear coat or whatever it is, like a clear vinyl on top of it. Other things, it's not much, but like I said, it's been a fantastic daily car for us, and I'm super happy that we got it. I don't know what the long-term plans are for it. I don't know how long we'll keep it. I would love to keep it for a long time, but we'll see if it's in the cards. And yeah, we'll make as many videos on it as we can during our time. I did replace the brake seal on this side. I did kind of my own custom job. There's a video on that if you guys are gonna want to go watch it. I still need to do this side, but that side was hurting pretty bad, and there's a lot of controls and modules on that side, and like a fuse box and everything, so wanted to get done on that side ASAP. It's summer, so I'm not really in a rush, but I will do this other side too. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'll go ahead and hop back in the car now and just take you guys for a drive. Let me show you guys the engine bay actually before we move on. All right, here we are, good old M156. For those that don't know, for a long time, I was a little bit scared to get into ownership of this motor from all of the horror stories and everything else, but it's honestly a great engine, and it's very easy to work on for most things. I mean, some things are gonna be crammed like up front and stuff, but like when we did the head bolts and everything, it's so easy access for like the valve covers and the intake plenum and all that stuff. Like everything's very easy access for how big and kind of crammed in here this motor is, especially. And I'm a big fan of this motor after doing the work on it and getting to know it from driving it for these months that we've had it. It's fantastic, responsive, torquey, power all day. You just can't really go wrong if you're looking for a daily drivable, compatible, powerful V8. I mean, gas mileage might hurt you a little bit, but I don't care about that stuff. Even with gas prices the way they are, miles per gallon is worth it for me. This engine is, I still don't know for sure. I think it's Sluis Zuzovic, but I could be making a mistake on the first name. It's hard to tell if there's a dot right here, so it could be like Sluis, but it's not Louis because it's got an S there at the beginning for sure. So maybe it could be Slur. I have no idea, you guys. Still don't know, but Zuzovic is the last name. I know that for sure. Only mods I've done to the car. We got a tractor out here. Give me a second. Classic. Things retro. Lasts forever. Old things built with quality. All right, so like I was saying, the only mods I've done to it is the intake mod. I cut out basically, it's kind of like making them rest the world in a way. You cut out the kind of plastic screening that's in the intake box from factory, which I was surprised when I found that in there, to be honest. And I put in high flow filters. The car took a little while to get adjusted with those, and then I also had it tuned after we did that. And the car has really adapted well to the tune and to the air filters. It's way more responsive than it was. I had Tony from Race IQ tune kind of 1-to-1 throttle response, so the throttle pedal feels a lot better than it did from factory. I really dislike the mushy feel that a lot of Mercedes have on the first like quarter of the pedal, so I always try to eliminate that either via tuning or a sprint booster. Yeah, I always try to get rid of that lag from the pedal, because if you can do that, the car just feels, any car it is, doesn't matter if it's a 320 to a 55 or a 63, whatever, the car will feel so much better without that lag in the first part of the pedal, and so much more responsive. Plans for it down the road in the future, I definitely want to do a catch can on it, a whole system that I can kind of come up with. I want to do the billet pulleys, and besides that, eventually maybe stage 2 if we can find I don't know, could be headers or just changing up the exhaust system to be able to breathe a little better. But yeah, I mean, it's fantastic the way it is. I really just want to keep making this thing as bulletproof as possible. I will eventually do the whole intake manifold and trying to go through that and sort it. It does show in the records that it had been off recently, and there is some markings on there kind of showing that it could have possibly been replaced or could have been gone through and sorted through, but I don't know for sure. So it's something that I definitely want to get in there and do, just to be absolutely 100% on it. So that's a video that I would like to go through in the future, and I'll be following Sam AMG's video on that for sure. You guys go check it out too. Great video that he did on just going through the whole intake manifold. Besides that, I've thought about doing secondary air injection delete. I have the plates for it. Overall, man, we're doing well. It's running fantastic. I'm running the Redline oil in it right now. It's been doing great. It's gone through maybe like a quarter and a couple thousand miles, so not bad with, you know, driving it spiritedly and having my fun. So I'll take it. Let me go look at the mileage actually, and we can see what mileage it's gone since the head bolt job. All right guys, so we're sitting at 126,283 miles. I'll have to go back and look at the video of doing the head bolts and see how many miles we've gone. I believe it was at like 121,000 miles if I remember correctly, around that when we did the head bolt job. So we've traveled quite a bit of distance. Like I said, we've been using this as kind of our primary vehicle for my family and I when we're all out. My wife uses the ML55 majority of the time when she's you know, by herself when I'm at work and stuff. But if I'm driving, we're usually taking this if it's all three of us. If I'm going by myself, a lot of times I'll take this still, or I'll end up taking the C55 or the E420. But yeah, interior wise, it's in really, really good shape. That was one of the things that really attracted me to the car. Everything's just, you know, it's not all scratched up. It's in really good shape. Big thing to get used to, I guess, if you're coming from like a W163 or most typical cars, unless you're in like a truck or something like that, you're already used to it. But this is a little different. I got used to it really fast, and it's comfortable, totally comfortable for me now. But I still, like, it depends on what car I'm driving. If I'm driving the ML55, then I'm like reaching up here to try to change gears. If I come back into this after driving that, then I like reach down here at first to try to grab the automatic shifter. But yeah, I guess that's the only little silly thing that happens. But overall, it's a really nice design, and it's very comfortable once you get used to it. And definitely fits car seat just fine. It's got plenty of room in the back seats. I've sat back there a couple times. And yeah, it's just in good shape. It's a good car. I'm really happy we have it. So let's go ahead and continue on with the rest of the video. All right, let's do a second gear pull from 30 again. Here we go. Here comes the dip. Yeah, that dip every time, man. Woo! Good times. All right, last dig right here. Let's see what she's got. Hopefully you guys are not getting blown out by the sun. Here we go. No brake boost this time. ESP is off from a dig. .60 right there. Holy moly, man. I feel like brake boosting, it does help a little bit. You get it to 2,000 RPM because it's really that initial 0 to 2,000 RPM is it starts picking up a lot more after that. It's still fast at the beginning, but if you brake boost it to right around 2,000 RPM, that's like the sweet spot. That's what that first launch in the opening of the video was. Definitely makes a little bit of difference as far as launches go. All right, that'll go ahead and do it right there for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys an overall update on the car, an update on the tune, and an introduction of the tune. Shout out again to Race IQ and Tony. Thank you so much. Hope you guys stay tuned for the next videos. I love the ML63. If you got a chance to get one for a good price and it's got good history, by all means, I would totally give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up vote. It's a great car, great platform to get into. So it's got my stamp of approval, definitely. With that said, that's about it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.